Hey folks, welcome to 406 Regen. Just headed out back here to do some cutting this morning. It was a really cold night, so the grass, I shouldn't have no problems with fires this morning for a few hours. So I'm gonna come out here, get some of these fields opened up so then I can run tonight. Get finished cutting up the best I can here, and then I gotta start hauling some grain. So, but I wish I was in the position to where I could just let it go and not cut it. But that ain't how it's working out this year, so. Anyway, so what we're doing, we're gonna be cutting this out here on the other side of the round bales. But you see, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this end right out here. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera, but there's a road right here. There's a road in between here, this field, and that one where it's cut. And I'm gonna leave that open, so I'm gonna try to square up in this corner here and go that way. And then that way, this should give me about a month's worth of feed for sheep. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to pick spots where I can feed them and then go from there, because I need to get to November. I figure November we'll move them back to where I'm going to winter them at, and I'm going to do a graze across that and then feed them, start feeding them November, and then December or whatever, they're just going to be fed. But for now, what I'm going to do is, you can tell from here to those bales, I'm going to leave this finger here so that we can try to go straight across here. Like I said, leave it for the sheep. Should give them a pretty good amount of feed for a month. So, alfalfa's pretty light up here and it's kind of burning up, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. My brother and I rode out here last night around, and decided it was still worth putting up, so that's what we're gonna do. I think I'm even gonna leave this finger down here, where we wintered. Somewhat had the sheep on this winter. And that was that really cold. Well, where those bales are over there is where it's at 54 below. So there's definitely some dead spots in hay and stuff in here. So what I'm going to do is, I guess I'm going to make an L. I'm going to leave that, leave this right here in front of me, and then I'm going to go around those bales over there, and then that'll definitely give me some feed for them. So that's what I'm going to do. Then later today, when it gets too hot to be out here, the birds. It's too hot to be out here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the semi down to the yard, start working on the trailer, get it ready for grain season. So this is what I'm doing now for the next few hours anyway. Like I said, I'm coming out here, I'm opening up these fields, and then I can come out tonight and just lay it down. So. Alright everybody, got a little bit of maintenance here to do. Must have hit a rock. So, as you can see, lost a section, lost the guard, and then that plugged up a sickle bar. So, got to get that fixed and be up and rolling again. Not too hard to do. It is a downfall having to cut so low in the rocks, besides trying to start fires, is because you break stuff. If you're up in the air, you won't break nothing. So, alrighty folks, I went ahead and got that done. Now I gotta walk back here and undo the safeties. You always want to put those in working with hydraulics. If something happens to fail, which it can, you don't want this header landing on you. And obviously, it's not like anybody's gonna see you out here if you end up under the machine. So you always want to lock it and not get under there. I went ahead and changed the second section there because I noticed that this one here was bent up pretty good. So first year using this chest like this, I kind of like that. It's pretty handy. Not too handy putting it in and out of the tractor, but having all the tools and everything right there in that chest, that works pretty good. Just like that, we're rolling again. It's a nice cool day out, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and keep cutting. So we'll go from there. Alright everybody, let's stop, take a little break here, oil up the chains. A little bit of maintenance you gotta keep doing on everything. Pretty much a two-handed operation to close that, so I had to stop the camera for a second. Just taking my time, looking at the guards and the sections, listening for anything that doesn't sound right. All seems to be good, so go ahead and get back to it. Alrighty folks, it's 1 o'clock. I'm stopping. It warmed up. It's still fairly cool and I should still be cutting, but this wind came up and I don't want to do that. It's cool enough that I could be cutting, but with the wind I'm not gonna. So I'm gonna go to the house, work on a truck, get something to eat, come back out this evening when it cools back down again a little bit more, or until the wind dies down. One of the two, whatever happens first. So that's what we're doing now. Back up into the truck, see if she'll start after sitting for a month and a half on her own. Beautiful. So I'm gonna unhook it and then take her down to the yard. Alrighty folks, went through all the air in the tires, put new grease on the fifth wheel, so that will be good. Got the AC charged up, and right now my brother's gonna wash out the radiator and the AC condenser so she don't overheat. It's very easy when you're in harvest season to get your radiator full of stuff and you overheat the truck, and the winds died down, so I'm gonna go out and swath some more. Alrighty folks, back in the tractor, got everything, a little bit of maintenance done we gotta do, so good to go. I'm gonna be cutting here into the night, just see how everything goes. So yeah, I didn't want to be cutting earlier because the heat and then the wind was really bad till here just a little bit ago, so is okay. I had to work on the truck, get it going. Gonna be hauling some grain and stuff tomorrow, and I guess that's probably gonna be the start of harvest season. So I'll be finishing up haying, or my brother will be at night, working, kind of burning both ends there for a little bit. But you know, I was thinking this ground, even though I don't want to cut it, it does zero good for this grass to be left standing out here, because it won't ever do nothing. As you can, I mean, some of this brome is only 5.5 inches tall out here, so it don't do nothing, and it won't. Only way it'll do anything is if it's on the ground where the biology can get to it. So left standing, it just oxidizes and just goes to waste. So we are going to remedy that by cutting it and baling it and putting it where we want it with the sheep. And that's what we will be doing. But there's no wind now, it's towards this evening, so should be pretty good. Shouldn't have to worry too much about any sparks or anything like that, so I could be in at least 2.2 on this thing. With the rocks and stuff, that's probably all I want to be in anyway. Break more sections and stuff going faster, so we'll do that. I reckon I'll call this video that. Y'all have a good one.